Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Naomi, and today I want to share a really grounding flow. Now, this is a flow that incorporates a seated forward fold, which are notoriously challenging poses in yoga because they require a lot more warm-up than I think most of us realize. But because I am teaching this seated forward fold as the pose of the month in my online studio currently in December 2024, as I'm recording now, what I wanted to encourage was this idea of building up and warming up and winding ourselves up so that you can easily wind down and sit in the seated poses with more ease and more comfort and more support. So that's what we're after in this particular practice today. Now, what you are seeing in the class today is an abbreviated version, so you don't get any of the warm-ups that I did in the live class. We're just going directly into the flow. So what you might want to have are 2 blocks or 4 blocks if you happen to have an abundance of blocks, because you might need them for Parsvottanasana and Baby Hanuman. So these are poses where you're in a standing or kneeling forward fold with your front leg straight. And if you only have 2 blocks, my recommendation is to have one on either end of your mat or your practice space, mostly because we are moving from one side to the other. So you want to make sure that you have support on both sides and you don't have to go looking around for your blocks while you're in the flow. And you also might want to have a blanket to sit on in the seated pose or for underneath your knees, which is what I use it for. So make sure that you have those props. You shouldn't really need anything else. If you really want to have one, you can have a belt for your seated forward fold, which is Janu Sirsasana. So you might want to have a belt to loop over your foot. I don't cue that in this particular practice because you also have the option of having your hands on the floor on either side of your front leg. But if you do really like having that prop, just make sure that it's nearby so that you can grab it easily in the seated poses. So maybe in the middle of your mat towards the side would be a really good place to have it. Okay, so with all of that said, so that you know what you're getting into, let's get right into it, and I will see you on the other side. Step left leg back, down dog. Give yourself just a moment in your down dog. So you can pedal your feet a little bit, bend your elbows, shake out your hair, wiggle your ears if that is a thing that you can do and that you like to do. And then step right foot up, because we're going to start our flow, right foot up and twist. So you know the first 3 poses because we just did them. Your right arm up, twist, and then lower your right hand down, shift to the left, lateral lunge. Ball of your right foot comes up. You can have both hands on the floor, left hand on your left thigh. You can have your hands lifted, but I think that's a lot more work than we all need. Rebend your right knee, high lunge, arms go up. Wobble as much as you need to. Okay, now straighten your right leg, step your left foot in enough that your left heel comes down, and keep your left arm lifted as you reach your right arm toward the floor. And give your feet a squeeze, your inner thighs a squeeze to help you stabilize toward the midline of your body and to make that reach bigger. From here, fold over your right leg, Parsvottanasana. So forward fold. Again, you might need to step your left foot in a little bit if you haven't already. Your left toes are going to point slightly out on the diagonal instead of straight forward or all the way out, somewhere in between. Just take a moment. And then from here, lift the ball of your right foot up, not to lateral lunge again. Instead, bend your left knee, like that single leg deadlift, and slowly lower your left knee to the floor. That might involve scooting your right foot forward and your left knee back a little bit, or bending your front knee, but you're going to land in Baby Hanuman. Okay, make sure that your hips stay centered in between your right foot and your left knee. And then reach your left hand over to the left, lean into your hand, right arm goes alongside your ear. So it's like gait, but not quite. Okay, now lean into your hand enough that you can lift your left knee up and slide it over to the left. Spin your left foot forward and sit. Okay, so you've got Janu Sirsasana legs. Left foot is pressed up against your right thigh. Push your thigh against your leg and twist. Left hand to right knee. Right fingertips behind you. From here, rotate forward and fold. Now, this is our first seated forward fold, so you might find yourself with hands on the floor. You might be much higher up. If you can grab your foot with one hand, cool. If you want to grab with both hands, cool. But mostly focus on the squeeze of your legs. Left foot to right thigh to left foot, to give you a little bit more support as you stretch. Okay, from here, lift up. Turn your body towards your left knee. Go all the way around. So you're going to rotate and then step your left foot forward for your twist. Left arm up. Okay, bring your left hand down. Right foot turns out for your lateral lunge. So shift to the right. Bend your knee. Left leg stays straight. And then push back into your left leg, high lunge. Arms up. Woo. Okay. Push your left leg straight, so right heel comes down. You can even inch it in a bit. And then reach up through your right arm. Left arm stretches down toward the floor. And try to squeeze in with your inner thighs to help your balance. Maybe give you a little bit more rotation towards your left leg. Then fold forward. Parsvottanasana. And again, you might need to step your back foot in a bit. This would be that moment where if you had a block, it would be on the outside of your left leg. If you only had one. It's a lot easier to lean to the inside than it is to the outside. Okay, then lift the ball of your left foot up, bend your right knee. Step your right foot back so your knee can come down. Baby Hanuman. Press down through your left heel and try to keep the action centered in between your two legs, not pitching over into your right hip. Okay? Walk your right hand over to the right, lean into it, left arm alongside your ear. And then lean enough that you can lift your right knee up, slide it over, spin your right foot forward, and lower down to sit. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to sit if you pull your foot forward. Okay, then twist your right hand to left knee. And now come back forward and fold. So again, you might be grabbing your foot like I am here, but you also might be much higher up. Where your body is, that doesn't matter quite so much. The action of your legs does. So pull your legs inward, your foot and your left thigh, and stretch. Okay, now turn towards your right leg, rotate all the way around, plant your hands, and then as you turn towards your hands, step your right foot up, twist, right arm up to the sky. Okay, now take your right hand down, shift to the left, lateral lunge. Ball of your right foot comes up. Again, you don't have to go super low, you can stay high up. Then rebend your right knee, high lunge, reach your arms up. Push powerfully back through your left leg as you stretch up through your fingertips, and then straighten your right leg, maybe step your left foot in, and reach up with your left arm, right arm goes down. The more you pull your feet and your thighs in, your heels in, the more stable you will be. Okay, from here, fold forward over your right leg, Parsvottanasana. And then lift the ball of your right foot up, bend your left knee, scoot your right foot forward as your left knee comes all the way down. Baby Hanuman. You're going to walk your left hand over to the left, lean into your left hand, right arm alongside your ear, and then keep leaning as you lift your left knee up and lower down to sit, twist, left hand to right knee, right fingertips behind you. Okay, keep squeezing your left foot against your right thigh as you turn forward over your legs again and fold. Okay, again, hands can be on the floor. You can reach one hand for your foot or both. Give yourself a little squeeze. The more you squeeze in with your foot and your leg, your straight leg, the more strength you have to stretch forward and then soften. And again, our focus this month is wind down into winter. So this is that moment where you've descended. Okay, I know we're in a flow, but let your body descend and be heavy. You lift yourself up, turn towards your left leg, rotate enough that you can plant one of your hands and step your left foot forward to twist. Left arm to the sky. Bring your left arm down to the inside of your left leg, turn right foot out, lateral lunge to the right. So bend your right knee, ball of your left foot is up, and then shift back to your high lunge. Bend your left knee, back leg is strong, arms up to the sky. Woo. Keep pushing through both feet. That gives you the power to reach. Okay, keep your right arm up as you straighten both legs. Okay, left arm goes down, step your right foot in a bit, and then just lengthen. Really, as much as you can through that right side. Left hand can go down. You might grab your right thigh. But stay stable with your feet. And then fold forward. Parsvottanasana. Lift the ball of your left foot up. Bend your right knee. Wiggle it back a bit so that you can lower your right knee down. This is baby Hanuman. Okay, then walk your right hand to the right. Lean into it as you stretch your left arm alongside your ear. As you press into your right hand, lift and scoot your right knee over, and then come to sit. Push your right foot up against your left thigh and twist. Right hand to left leg, left fingertips behind you. Okay, rotate back forward and fold. Okay, again, the longer, or rather I should say, the more often we do this, the more you warm up, the easier, in theory, maybe in practice, the forward folds become. Seated forward folds are challenging poses. So because this is the second one, give yourself a little bit more power with your legs. Maybe you can rotate a bit more over your left leg as you fold. Okay, then lift yourself back up. Turn towards your right leg. Keep rotating toward the floor, towards your hands. Step your right foot up to twist. Right arm up to the sky. And then right hand down, shift to the left lateral lunge. Just moving a little faster. Rebend your right knee. High lunge, arms up. Ooh. Okay, keep your left arm lifted as you straighten your right leg. Step your left foot in and give a big reach and a squeeze. It doesn't have to be a big twist. Okay, then fold forward, Parsvottanasana. And then baby Hanuman, ball of your right foot up. Scoot your left foot back as you bend your left knee and slide your right leg out. Okay, left hand over to the left. Lean over, right arm alongside your ear. Root into your left hand to slide your left knee over to make it easier to sit. And then twist. Left hand to right knee, right fingertips behind you. And return forward and fold. Take a few breaths here. We will be here for a little while. This is the third and last one on this side. I think it's worthwhile to keep in mind that in your seated forward folds, you don't have to stay static in one place. You can move. You might lift out of it a little bit and see if you can squeeze in a bit more, foot to thigh, thigh to foot, find more rotation. Or maybe that rotation doesn't feel good, so you pull out of it. There might be lots of wiggling in these forward folds. Let yourself wiggle. And then lift yourself up. Turn towards your left leg, rotate enough. Slide your knee underneath you and step it forward to twist. Left arm up. And bring your left arm to the inside of your left leg, lateral lunge to the right. Bend your right knee, shift over. Rebend your left, high lunge. Adjust. And then push your left leg straight, keep your right arm up. Step your right foot in. Big reach. And then fold over your left leg. Fold all the way forward. Parsvottanasana. Lift the ball of your left foot up. Scoot your right foot back. Lower down baby Hanuman. And then reach your right hand to the right. Lean into your right hand, left arm alongside your ear. And then keep leaning as you pick up your right knee. Slide it over and sit. Twist. And then return forward and fold. And again, just because you land in one place doesn't mean you have to stay there. I think we have this idea of forward folds that they're meant to be still, and they're not. Yoga is dynamic. Your body is dynamic. You are alive. So give your legs a squeeze. Maybe rotate a bit more. Maybe back out, adjust how you're holding on to your body here. Notice how your breath impacts your pose. And then lift yourself up, turn towards your right leg. Again, rotate, and this time go back down dog. And just take a moment in your downward facing dog. You can give your knees a bend. You can shake your head a little bit or rotate it slightly. And then take your knees to the floor. Toes together, knees apart, child's pose. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. I hope that you really enjoyed that flow. Now, the reason that I wanted to share it with you is because I love this flow so much. When I'm doing it, it feels, sweet and slow and steady and grounding. But what I feel after is what I love the most. So when I feel after, I don't feel super tired. I don't feel worn out. My hips feel really great. My body just feels really at ease. I feel like stretched out in the best way. And while I love dynamic, challenging flows, I also sometimes really like flows like this one that can have challenging moments, but that are ultimately meant to help me and you feel a little bit more grounded and steady and slow and just at ease in our bodies. Give us an opportunity to rest even within a dynamic and creative flow. So I hope that you felt that while moving through it. Now, if you did enjoy this flow and you want more like it, I am teaching classes like this all month long in December, and I would love it for you to join me. If you are watching this well after December 2024, good news. This class is in the archives of my online studio, and you can watch it anytime you like if you're a member. Now, all you have to do to become a member is to check out the link in the description below. And not only can you click on it and get more information, but there's also a coupon code for 50% off your first 2 months, which I think is a pretty sweet deal because it essentially means you're getting 1 month for free. So there you go. It's not a bad way to get on your mat and move your body and take care of yourself in a way that makes you feel good, I hope. So whether or not you join me and move, I'm really, really glad that you're here today. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again really soon. Until then, bye.